You're now the marketing manager of Halifax Rugby League. Tell us a bit about what that role entails.
Well, manager's probably a strong word, but it's a bit of everything really. Everything from the online stuff, from making sure the posters on the website are updated, all the online activity like the new social media stuff, and obviously everything from sponsorship, which is obviously starting to get going now in the off season, and then when the season gets going it's just about maintaining that communication with us fans. We've got a lot of fans at the minute, but we want more, so it's about communicating to our existing fans and building on the relationship, but also trying to appeal to new people and get them through the gates, but not only once, get them coming time and time again.
What do you find the best way to do that will be?
It ultimately depends who you're trying to market. There's quite a lot of different personalities who you're trying to market at a rugby club. There's, first of all, male and female. You've got younger children, you've got teenagers, young adults, the sort of mature market, and then the senior market. So there's a lot of different markets to target. With certain products you've quite often got just one or two markets, but for a rugby club you've got several. So you have to understand you have to target them in different ways. Some of them are a bit more natural for a rugby club. Some markets will come simply for the rugby and nothing else, but some of the younger markets want the entertainment, they want the mascots, the cheerleaders, and they want to be targeted in online means. So it's just about trying to get a mix of who you're targeting and target them effectively.
How important do you see online media in terms of marketing and business nowadays?
Oh, it's vital these days, yeah. It's a very important aspect, not only because you can do it for cheap or even free, but because that's where generally the people are going. You think during the day, how many days will you go without looking on the internet? And it's not just people your age now, but it's also people going all the way up into sort of the older end of the spectrum. Like my parents are starting to get used to sort of checking emails regularly and going on Facebook. So it's just one of them things that it's happening, and you can try and fight it, but there's not much point. You may as well try and get into it while you can. The club maybe have been a little slow into getting into it, but we're there now, and I think we're slowly making inroads, and it's things like this and the blog which will slowly start to chip away at it.
Is the marketing aspect new to Halifax Rugby League? Is it something that's never been done before?
Oh no, I mean it's been done before. I mean marketing's a very broad area, it's not just simply making adverts or posters, it's a huge area. So it's always been done, but it's been done in different ways. So in the past it's been done more with trying to sort of cold call people, sending out letters, sort of appealing to the people who are already here at the club. So it's still an element of marketing, but obviously they've been targeting different people. So it's always been here, and obviously back in our Super League days there was a bigger budget, and the more money you have to spend, well, the more you can do.
What are your aspects for the next few weeks in your role?
Well, we're just starting I'll be starting to edit the videos for this and working with your group. So there's a lot of the community side of things at the minute because it's the off season. One of the things that we're starting over the coming weeks is a design competition for 16 to 19 year olds. We're trying to get people to design a t-shirt, with the winner eventually having their shirt sold in the club shop, and we've got Staples involved in the evening courier. So that'll take a bit of my time, but also the sponsorship is big now. We're trying to sell play sponsors, kit sponsors, everything along them lines. So and that's going to take up a lot of time.
Is that going well at the moment?
I'm not too sure about where we were this time last year, but I would expect we're in a better position than we were. Obviously we weren't involved this time last year, but for the kit sponsors I think there's all but a few left. Most of the player sponsors are already sold. A lot of people are wanting to extend the deals, and obviously this time last year we were getting a lot of the shirt sponsors sorted out, but that's already been arranged for next season now. So a lot of the big things are done, it's just about filling the little things, and obviously with the new East Stand we've had to put a lot of things on the hold for just a minute until we know exactly what we can actually sell and what people are going to get for the money, but we're pretty confident once it goes up people are going to want dining packages, match day sponsorships, things like that.
What effect will the team's on-field success and the new East Stand give to the money side of things?
What, for the club?
For the club.
Yeah, it can't be bad. It's still ultimately the Shea Stadium, so people are familiar. Things aren't going to change massively, which is good because people can often be a little wary of change. but it's only going to change things for the good in my opinion. We're going to have more comfort, the facilities over there are going to be fantastic. It'll be better for the players, for the fans, for sponsors, diners, and also for the office staff. The office facilities over there will be good. An improved shop, so that will improve things too. So it's going to definitely help. As for the on-field things, well, last year it was fantastic to be a Halifax fan. We didn't quite do it in the end, but sometimes that final loss, it just makes you desire even harder, and I would be very surprised if any of the players aren't wanting to redeem themselves. You can have a fantastic season, but when you're losing a final, it all goes out the door. That's all you remember, so they're going to want to redeem that. We've had some big new players come in, people like Stan Lejean, Michelius, so they're only going to add to it.
Where do you see Halifax in the future?
Well, hopefully in the next few years we can just keep progressing. At the minute we're around about 2,500 average. We need to up that to 3 and then onwards.
What kind of effect can playing in Super League have on the town of Halifax?
Again, can only be positive. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of misfortune over the last few years in sport in Calderdale. What happened to Halifax Town, what happened to the rugby club only a couple of years before that. So it's only going to be good if we can get into our sort of largest league, and Halifax Town are going very well at the minute, so hopefully it will allow the entire town to just get a bit more into sport. We'll get more football fans going to rugby, more rugby fans going to football, and ultimately that's what it's about.